So I have Tim's pine here. He brought to the Bonsai Club, I think last month or maybe the month before. Had a lot of different advice from people. Some people said I should cut it off here and use this as the new beginning. The top is a lot more dominant, and so this will eventually die off, I'm told. I don't have a lot of experience with pines other than killing them. So then the other thing that people were suggesting, that maybe I could cut the top off and do some serious bends, bring this up into the top position. I could actually do something to try and tie that up. Have an area down here and an area up there. Maybe cut this off completely. And then I started wondering about more serious bends. It seems, as thick as it is, it seems to bend quite easily. But I don't think it'll stay bent. I could try, but I don't know what to do. I might. Oh, what was I watching? I was watching Xavier's Bonsai Retreat, and he had kind of almost a similar look where, I think it was anyway, where they had to cut the top off. They were going with this side. He split the trunk, and I don't know. If I cut it down to this, it seems pretty drastic, and obviously will be a lot of years before this grows into anything. But it's also possible to do whatever I want with that. It's a little skinny down below. I don't know if this root's kind of high. There's another root here. Could be angled so that this is a more appropriate top. I don't know that I'm quite ready to cut it off, but if I try to bend it and I break it, then obviously I will just cut it. It's so straight. It's just so straight. Make that the new top. Is that interesting though? It's surprising. So I might cut this off. Let's just see how far it bends. That's amazing. Surprised. So these are all going to be similar, I guess. So any of these could be bent significantly, twisted perhaps. I'm amazed that doesn't break. So I don't know, if I throw some wire on there and bend it, I'm pretty sure it'll just spring back. But what do I want to do with it? Seems like and then I guess other fronts too. So if this was the front, and if it was angled more like that, has this root a little bit more interesting. Bring that root right up front. Bring this root right up front. I should get it out of this pot one of these days and see. There's actually two roots there, which is nice. Yeah. happens if I wire this and I bend it? Will it stay put? I feel like I need much thicker wire to do any kind of bend on this, because that does nothing. Of course, you probably knew that. Ooh, that's muddy. It's really muddy. Yeah, I think what I want to do is cut the top off. It seems like such a waste, but for such a straight tree, I don't know what else there is for it. Start with something down here, wire this maybe up. That is way too wet. I think it needs a temporary different pot. Let's chop it there. Let's just do it. I'll go get my giant choppers. I'll get a different pot with some gravel in it. Okay, hopefully I don't regret this. I'm gonna leave an angle. Yeah, I'd rather have the angle go this way. I might even go a little higher. Let's go a little higher for now. And maybe later I can split that off, make it look like it has been broken. Just pumice. I just want to, this is like super soggy. I don't trust it at all. So I'm going to break this off. It's a bit of a divot in the bottom, so I guess I need to make sure there's a mound in the bottom of the pot. Pretty wacky. I don't know. Wasn't quite expecting that, but I guess the question will be, do I try and wire this up? Do I cut this off more severely? Do I make this into a cascade? It's got some roots there. Do I try to angle it? I guess I could do that now if I was going to. Interesting. I don't know if I like this high root. I don't think I can angle it right now because I just don't want to be drastically changing the roots. It's already going to be happier now that it's not soggy feet. But that means I don't know what I'm doing with the wiring. Do I give this a little twist? Actually, that could be interesting next year. Give this a little bit of a curve. Yeah, I feel like it could be a lot shorter then. But let's leave it for now. I could even, should have some thinner wire for that. Right, so what I was thinking is that I would just give it a little bit of a twist as it comes up. I don't think I want to change the angle that it comes out of here. Maybe I do. And I think actually I'm going to wire it downwards instead. Okay, that's a good disaster. Let's see how that goes, if it goes at all. Well, there is one wacky pine. Starting from scratch. All right, well, I guess, Tim, if you're watching, sorry about your pine, but it's got a new chance, a new beginning, and maybe in another 10 years it will be a cool bonsai. I don't know, but yeah, thanks for watching.